Everything you've been told about women, attraction and relationships is a lie. Society wants you weak, desperate, and clueless. They tell you to be nice, to be yourself, to respect her choices and hope that if you're good enough she'll choose you. Wrong. Women don't choose the best man, they choose the most exciting man, the most emotionally compelling man, the one who makes her feel something real. They say just be confident, but you've seen broke guys with nothing pull women like magnets. It's not confidence, it's how they make her feel. They say be nice. Women love nice guys, then why do nice guys get ghosted, ignored, and treated like they don't exist? They say honesty is the best policy, then why do women chase the men who give them the most mixed signals? Because women don't think logically about attraction, they feel it. And today you're going to learn how to trigger those emotions every single time you talk to a woman. Before we go deep, comment below, I'm ready to hear the truth, because that's the first truth you need to accept. The more you understand this one fact, the faster you'll see insane results. Most men are out here begging for attention. They compliment her, they try to impress her, they chase her like a lost puppy. And what does she do? She loses all interest, not because you're a bad guy, not because you're unattractive, but because you made her feel nothing. Women don't want a man who seeks their approval, they want a man who commands attention without asking for it. The guy who is too available, she ignores him. The guy who worships her, she disrespects him. The guy who chases, she runs. Women don't want certainty, they want excitement, they want the unknown. If she already knows she has you, you are worthless to her. The biggest mistake men make, they try to prove themselves. They text first, they double text, they ask her, did you get my message? You have to flip the script. Instead of making her feel safe, make her feel something real. Instead of seeking approval, take it away. Instead of asking her, can I take you out sometimes, say I'm free Thursday, you can join if you're fun. The shift is simple. You are the prize, she is the one trying to win you. But most men don't know how to do this. They keep making the same mistakes, over-explaining, over-texting, over-investing. That ends today. Women are not attracted to success, money, or looks. They are attracted to how those things make you behave. A man who has options acts differently than a man who is desperate. A man who can walk away never gets played. A man who is unpredictable keeps her attention. Women crave a man who is slightly out of reach. The moment she knows she has you completely, she starts pulling away. Why do you think women chase guys who ignore them? Because they can't figure them out. If she knows your every move, she loses is all excitement. If she knows she has you become invisible. Stop texting first, stop over-explaining, stop giving her the validation she hasn't earned. Want to see instant changes? Be unpredictable, be unavailable. Let her feel your absence, because the moment she feels like she's losing you, she starts chasing you. Number one, speak less. Mean more men talk too much, and that's a fact. They over-explain, overshare, and over-justify themselves, thinking that if they just say the right words, she'll magically become interested. But words don't create attraction, energy does, silence does, mystery does. Every time you feel the urge to explain yourself, to justify it, convince, stop, because the moment you overt talk, she categorizes you as weak. Women aren't attracted to words, they're attracted to powerful presence, and a man with power doesn't need to overt talk to prove anything. Imagine two men walk into a room. The first guy talks nonstop, he tries too hard to impress people, brags about his job, and laughs too much at his own jokes. The second guy says almost nothing, he listens when he speaks, it's calm, controlled, and to the point. His words have weight. People listen. Who do you think women are drawn to? The man who makes them feel something, the man who isn't trying, the man who lets silence do the work. Silence is power. Women are used to men chasing them, trying to impress them, filling every silence with meaningless words. But when a man pauses before speaking, when he doesn't rush to fill the gaps, when he controls the pace of the conversation, she feels something different. That's why the most powerful men in history didn't need to scream to command attention. They didn't need to explain themselves. They Let their energy do the talking when you talk less. Every word you say carries more power. Most men waste their words. And women can feel it, they vomit information thinking that will build attraction, but attraction isn't built through words, it's built through controlled presence. Next time you're talking to a woman, pause more, speak slower, watch how she leans in, waiting for what you'll say next. The more you hold back, the more she leans in. The less you give her, the more she craves it. It's human nature. Make her earn every word. If a woman can predict everything you're going to say, she's bored. If a woman feels like she has to work for your attention, she's hooked. Instead of saying you're beautiful, say there's something about you, but I can't tell if it's good or bad. Yet now she's the one seeking your validation. Now she's chasing instead of answering. What do you do for a living? With a boring job title, say take a guess, but if you get it wrong, you owe me a coffee. Now she's emotionally engaged. Now she's invested. Instead of explaining yourself, let her wonder, let her sit in curiosity, let her work for your attention. Most men give it away too easily, that's why they lose. Slow down, let her chase the silence. A man who pauses before speaking holds more power than a man who rushes to fill every gap. Women are used to guys who can't shut up. Be the opposite, let her feel the weight of your silence, let her feel your control, because the moment you stop over-explaining, stop justifying, stop filling every second with meaningless words, she'll start leaning in, chasing, wondering, craving your attention. That's how real attraction is built. Number 2. Challenge her, not impress her. Most men think attraction is about proving themselves to women. They believe if they just to show her how good they are, how nice, successful, and caring, they'll win her over. That's the wrong strategy. Women don't want a man who seeks approval. They want a man who makes them feel something. If she already knows she has you, she doesn't value you. If she has to work to win you, you become the prize. This is why most men fail. They put women on pedestals. They agree with everything she says, trying to be likable instead of memorable. But the moment you start challenging her instead of seeking her validation, she pays attention, because women aren't attracted to men they can control. They're attracted to men they earn. Stop seeking approval. If your goal is to make her like you, you've already lost, because she doesn't want to like you. She wants to respect you. She wants to feel like you are slightly out of reach. Weak men do whatever it takes to be like. They agree with everything she says. They laugh too much. They nod their heads like obedient little puppies. Women don't respect that she has enough men sucking up to her. She doesn't need another one. Instead, challenge her, make her prove herself. If she says I love traveling, weak men say that's awesome. Where have you been? Men who get women say, oh sir, you mean you love taking Instagram pictures at the beach? Now she's engaged. Now she's emotionally triggered. Now she's thinking, wait, I need to prove I'm different and just like that. You flip the frame. Now she's chasing your approval. Make her work for your attention. Women don't respect men who make things too easy. They respect men who have standards. Next time you talk to a woman, stop giving away your validation for free. Instead of saying you're beautiful, say you look interesting, but I can't tell if that's a good thing yet. Now she's curious. She wants to prove herself. Instead of saying I'd love to take you out sometime, say I might let you buy me coffee, but only if you're fun. Now you're the prize. Now she's chasing. Number 3. Control the frame or lose her interest. Whoever controls the frame controls the interaction. Whoever controls the interaction controls the attraction, and whoever controls the attraction controls the relationship. Most men give away their power without even realizing it. They let women dictate the pace of the conversation, the direction of the interaction, and even the dynamic of the relationship, and then they wonder why women lose interest, treat them like an option, and start testing them. A woman will never respect a man who follows her lead. She doesn't want to be in control of the attraction. She wants a man who leads the second you start seeking her approval, letting her dictate the conversation and acting like she's the authority in the interaction. You've already lost. She might still talk to you, She might still respond to your texts, but she will never feel deep attraction toward you, because attraction is about energy, presence, dominance, and if you let her set the frame, she'll always place you in the just another guy category. But when you control the frame, you stand out, you trigger emotions, you become the kind of man she can't ignore. The frame decides everything. Women are constantly testing men. They do it subconsciously. They want to know, is this guy strong enough to lead? If you fail the test, she mentally checks out. If you pass the test, she gets more engaged. Most men fail before they even get started because they set the wrong frame. They enter a conversation already placing the woman above them. They think, I hope she likes me. That's weak energy. That's submission. That's unattractive. Instead, you must own the frame from the very beginning. You must enter the interaction with the mindset of, I'm the one deciding if she's worth my time. Women sense this energy instantly. It's not what you say, it's how you carry yourself. If you walk up to her with the energy of a man who is evaluating her, she feels it. She instantly thinks, wait, why is he not like the other guys? Why isn't he chasing me? And that's when her attraction kicks in. Never let her dictate the frame. A woman will always try to set the frame in her favor. She will test you with questions like, why are you single? How much do you make? What do you do for a living? Most men fall into the trap. They start explaining themselves, trying to prove their worth, but the moment you start justifying yourself, you give away the frame. Instead, you flip the script. Jess, why are you single? Weak answer, I just haven't found the right person yet. Strong answer, because I have high standards most can't keep up. She asks, what do you do for a living? Weak answer, I'm an accountant. Strong answer, guess, but if you get it wrong, you owe me a drink. Now she's playing your game. She's following your lead. Now she's in your frame. A woman can never respect a man she can control. Women don't want to lead the interaction. They don't want to be in control of the dynamic. They want a man who knows where he's going and pulls her into his world. The moment you let her start dictating the pace, setting the tone, and leading the conversation, you forgettable. That's why weak men get left on red. They enter the interaction with the wrong frame. I hope she picks me. Meanwhile, the men women actually chase, they enter with the mindset of, I'm deciding if she's worth my time. And because that energy is so rare, so unfamiliar, so different from what she's used to, she can't help but feel something. Be the man who sets the tone. You don't wait for her to make a move. You don't ask for permission. You don't play by her rules. You set the tone from the start. When you text, you control the frame. You don't ask, hey, want to hang out? You say, I'm free Thursday, join if you're fun. When she gives you attitude, you hold the frame. You don't react emotionally. You stay calm, centered, and unfazed. When she tests you, you flip the frame. Instead of proving yourself, you make her qualify herself to you. And when she realizes she can't control you, that's when she starts chasing you. That's when she sees you as the leader, the one in charge, the man she respects. And once you control the frame, you control the attraction. Everything you've been told about women, attraction, and relationships has been designed to keep you weak. Society doesn't want men who think for themselves. It doesn't want men who understand female psychology, control the frame, and lead interactions with confidence. It wants obedient men, men who chase, who beg, who pedestalize women and hope for scraps of attention. But you're waking up. You now see why most men fail, why women lose interest the moment you try to impress them, why attraction isn't about what you say, it's about how you carry yourself. You now understand that the man who controls the frame speaks with power and makes women worth work for. His attention is the man who gets everything effortlessly. There is no negotiation in attraction. There is no convincing her to like you. A woman either feels it or she doesn't. And starting today, you are the man who creates that feeling. The man who doesn't chase, doesn't justify, doesn't over-explain. The man who challenges instead of impresses. The man who holds his silence and lets her work for his attention. The man who sets the tone, leads the interaction, and controls the frame. Women will never tell you this, but they don't want the man who makes them feel safe and comfortable. They want the man who makes them feel something real. Because a man who is easily understood, easily available and easily controlled, is a man who is forgettable, but a man who speaks with power makes her work for his approval and leads with certainty is a man who stays on her mind. For life you now have everything you need to become that man. The game changes today, but only if you apply it. Try this. Once, just once. Go out, speak less, mean more, challenge instead of impress. Hold the frame with unshakable confidence. Watch how women start reacting to you differently, and when you see it for yourself, you will never go back. Now comment below, I am the prize I don't chase, I attract, because from today you are in control. And if you want to see more men wake up, step into their power, and learn how to dominate every interaction, hit the subscribe button. Because the more you support this channel, the more YouTube pushes this message to men who need it the most. This is how we take back our power. This is how we stop chasing and start leading.